So I'm here at the Lisa Luscious School of Music, and we've got an incredible interview coming up with DMC Scratch champion Jon1st. So, could you just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your journey and how you got to where you are?
Sure. So, yeah, my name's John, and I've been DJing and scratching for about 15 years. Cool. And I started off just wanting to be a scratch DJ and making scratchy noises. And then over time, I started doing like club DJing as well.
Yeah.
And for the last 4 or so years, I've been producing as well, and that's become more of my main focus now.
Okay, cool. Excellent. So, as I said, you're a DMC champion. Can you tell us how much practice and what it takes to get to that level with scratching?
Sure. So, I compare scratching with like learning a musical instrument.
Yeah.
And it's the amount of hours you put in is going to correspond to how, like what you get out of it, really. Okay. So, to begin with, I was just doing like a few hours at weekends after school and practicing that way. But then there was a few years when I was doing competitions. So within the scratching world, there's DJ battles where some of them are head-to-head and you're trying to outskill another DJ, and some of them are you do like a short set demonstrating your skills and trying to first of all provide a fun set for the audience and the judges, but also trying to provide something impressive on a technical level. And in like an ideal world, a perfect set would introduce some new skills as well that haven't been seen before. Okay. If you can tick all those boxes, you're probably onto a winner. But when I was doing those, it was like every day, like 4 to 8 hours a day, like practicing. That's probably an extreme example. A bit every day.
But that shows then why you've got to that level, just consistency and time practicing.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So how many years was you doing it before you entered the competition?
I think I did my first proper live competition must have been 2008. I think I did one, which was at a trade show called BPM in Birmingham.
Yeah, I know that.
And a friend of mine was organising a battle, and I thought, I'm going to do this one because although it's at a big event, it's going to be a smaller stage than some of the other battles at the time. Yeah. So I thought, I'm going to do this one and get like all the nerve stuff out the way. And there was like one winner a day, and there wasn't like second, third. I didn't win that one, but I had like a really good experience, and I got to meet a few of the other competitors. And I think at that stage I've been doing it about 5 years. Okay. Like a couple of years seriously. And that went okay, and I built my confidence up. And then the year after that, I started doing the DMC competitions, and I did that for 4 years before I had like my big win. But I won a few like regional. They have like regional qualifiers, and I won a few of those. Okay, before then.
A lot of experience in the competitions. Then you say when you're going into the competitions, you need to show something that hasn't been there before. How do you prepare for your sets and your competitions when you're coming up? How do you try and develop something that hasn't been seen before? Yeah,
it's far easier to say than do, right? So the first thing I'd suggest is like try and I do it for like a few times, or if you just want to do it 1 year, make a few sets across that year, and each time just try and one up what you've done before. Yeah. Maybe try different ideas for yourself to push yourself further than what you've done before. And over time, like the more you make, the better you're going to get at it. Especially if you're driven with practicing in between making them, you're always going to pick up new things. Cool. And over time, you will start developing like a unique style for yourself. And particularly if you're able to like see what else is going on within the other entrants, but just to be aware of it, but trying to like do something that's different from those as best you can. Maybe that's to do with selection, the songs you use, or the samples you scratch. Trying to find unusual rhythms, because that's not necessarily inventing something, but trying to do something different to stand out. And the more you do this, like the more, and the more you just practice, you're going to find happy accidents where like, ooh, that was kind of different, and then like maybe record yourself doing it and perfect it.
I love that happy accidents. That's a brilliant way. Something happened. How did I do that, and then try it again?
Yeah.